He was wrong. Word spread. Pharaoh sought his life. The prince of Egypt became a fugitive overnight, fleeing everything he knew into the vast, empty wilderness of Midian. In Midian, Moses defended a group of shepherd daughters from being driven off a well. Their father, Jethro, welcomed him, and in time, Moses married one of his daughters, Zipporah, and became a shepherd himself. For 40 years, the man who once wore a prince's robes now wore the plain garments of a shepherd. Quiet years, forgotten years, but God does his deepest work in the silence, even when we think he's stopped speaking. One ordinary day, on the slopes of Mount Horeb, Moses saw something impossible, a bush engulfed in flame, yet never burning up. He stepped closer, and a voice called out from the fire, "Moses, Moses, here I am," he answered. "Take off your sandals," the voice said, "for the place where you are standing is holy ground." Moses hid his face, afraid to look at God. And in that moment, an ordinary shepherd's life was about to become extraordinary. "I have seen the misery of my people," God said. "Go and bring them out of Egypt." But Moses hesitated. "Who am I to do this?" he asked. "I am not eloquent. They won't believe me." Every excuse we've ever made, Moses made first. And still, God didn't let him off the hook. Moses asked for God's name. The voice answered, "I am who I am." Not a distant God of legend, but the eternal, ever-present God, about to walk directly into Moses' fear. To strengthen Moses' faith, God gave him signs. His staff became a serpent, then a staff again, small proof for an impossible task ahead. God sent Moses' brother Aaron to meet him in the wilderness, to speak on his behalf. Alone, Moses had felt inadequate, but God rarely asks us to walk difficult paths completely alone. Moses and Aaron stood before the most powerful man in the world and delivered God's message. "Let my people go." Pharaoh's answer was cold. "Who is the Lord, that I should obey him?" The battle of wills had begun. Instead of freedom, Pharaoh responded with cruelty, demanding the same quota of bricks, but withholding the straw needed to make them. The people's suffering grew worse, and their hope grew thin. Sometimes, before the breakthrough, things get harder, not easier. Moses raised his staff over the Nile, and the water turned to blood. The first of 10 plagues had begun. Egypt was about to learn whose power truly ruled the land. Frogs overran the land, then nets, then swarms of flies. Each plague, a warning. Each refusal from Pharaoh, a hardening of his own heart.
At midnight, the plague swept through the land. Every Egyptian home lost its firstborn, but wherever